everyone. Well, I don't know who I'm talking to. I just like to put videos up for friends in case anybody's watching um, on YouTube or on social. But I kind of like my outfit today, and I was talking on an earlier video about how I felt about my Christmas tree and my my Christmas decor. But I really like designing. I've been designing my apartments ever since I was 24 in New York. My first apartment was kind of nicely made up. Um, then I switched jobs, and so my dad helped me get a new apartment. It was like downtown, but it was, like all the way up on maybe the 25th floor, beautiful view, like windows and everything. I was really lucky because I was working a job, but I had a nice apartment that my dad helped me to fix up and make nice. Great views, and I don't know, just lots of sunlight. And I realized I love sitting at home on like a really comfy sofa. Um, I used to like watching the Food Network. So I don't know, I'd like go out with girls on weekends or go on dates if I had a boyfriend or people were chasing after me. But I'd always want to wind down like on a Sunday night, just watching Food Network. Back then, there was this lady really popular on the Food Network. There were a couple. So there was like Jada, who I really like because she's very sexy and she's very Italian. But then there was also there was the other one, Paula Dean. That's the one I watched because she was on. She was on Sunday nights. Paula Dean. I mean, she had a very sweet, round American face, perfect features. Her face kind of reminded me of like Betty White, who I heard just turned 100 years old. Wow, God bless her. I love her. I love watching that kind of mild, like Golden Girls or that new one she's on. But then there was, yeah, so on Food Network there was Paula Dean. And I didn't know until later. I didn't find out anything. I never read about her. I just watched her shows on TV, and her shows appeared really normal, very American, a little bit Southern. She cooked like really fatty, greasy foods, and that's just something I don't do. Whether I'm single or not, I don't go there. I the worst thing I do is have like a piece of foie gras if I'm at a really expensive, nice French restaurant. And otherwise, I just don't do fatty stuff. I don't do too much pasta or anything. But I love watching people cook that stuff, like on cooking shows. And so Paula Deen would do like the most southern, like barbecue, like totally crazy. Like she'd put, a ton of oil or butter, and it, just like ribs or whatever, like dripping with sauce. And her house was very nicely designed, very, very classic. So I thought it was I didn't know anything. I still don't. I only know what I look at on the shows. I don't spend too much time reading lots of papers. I do, but not like a lot of time. So, um, yeah, like I don't know why didn't I read papers? Because my first job was in finance, and we just read the papers online, like over lunch. You know, there's something called Bloomberg, and they send you like headlines, and you just read the headlines. That's why. But well, today actually, well, I ran the errands I talked about in my last video. Went to get, um, well, I went to pay my bills. um, I went to pay my phone bills. You know, I'm 41. I'm already 41, so it's about time I start doing even more than just taking care of my home and taking care of my parents who are getting old. Um, you know, they're getting old, and just doing some online shopping, watching some fashion videos, fashion beauty design videos on weekends. So now I've turned 40, maybe I should do a little bit more. So I tried to make my home look nice over Christmas. Not because I love being in Hong Kong over Christmas, but because I want to go home to the States for Christmas. And that's why I made my Hong Kong home look so nice. Because Christmas is America's favorite holiday. You know, most normal Americans, you know, we don't do up our house that much through the year, but for Christmas we go pretty. It's like everything in America over during Christmas is like walking through Paris. You know, so I decided I would be thinking about home and thinking about my culture over Christmas. So I made it a little bit nicer than usual. Not much nicer, a little nicer, and you know, crop some photos, do some edits, the lighting and stuff. And then I found there were some Instagram sites. They ask you if you want to post up your designs. And it's nice to get featured because you also get to meet other people, other designers. You get to meet other designers and who also get their homes featured. Some of them are professional. They actually just get their work featured. And for me, this is also kind of like working on it. I don't do anything else these days. So, anyways, right now I'm at the Four Seasons, which I like a lot. I especially like the Four Seasons in Paris, Georges V. But the Four Seasons in Hong Kong I also like a lot. I'm at the Caprice bar, and I'm waiting for somebody to come so I can order a drink. And I just chose a seat by the window. Looks very nice, look. It's a little empty. It's December 20th. It's like almost 9 p.m. It's Monday night. I was wondering, maybe, I don't really meet people at bars. My girlfriends and I kind of like to take it, do it naturally, but it's weird on a Monday night, 5 days to Christmas, that there'd be nobody at the Four Seasons. And I chose a seat by the window just because I don't know how much longer I'll be in Hong Kong. And in Hong Kong, you want to have a view of the harbor. It's called the Victoria Harbor, but it's not in Hong Kong. It's across the ocean, so it's not a big deal. But anyways, I like how this bar is designed. They could make it a little Christmassy, but this is my kind of place. This is my kind of place. And I'm really scared that I am enjoying smoking a lot more nowadays because I'm only 41. And I really love to have my skin, like this. So that's why I don't like to smoke, because I really care about my skin, but it makes me feel a little better during the pandemic. So so for my errands today, these are my errands. These are my errands. See, I put on a mask. Sometimes I put on my mask when I go out, because my parents love to protect me. And then I'm wearing these favorite shoes of mine. I just got them down the street, but I carry some lace flats with me when I walk walk through the town. I like this one. These flats, they go really well with like kind of pale faded jeans, but you can also walk through the streets. And then I went to Clarence, which thank God closed at 9 p.m. today. So I walked over from Melbourne Plaza where I paid my 3 phone bill. And it's so nice because if you buy extra today, you get a gift. Ooh, okay, I'll show my the gifts. So, well, first let me talk about the 2 things I bought. I was only looking for this, which is Clarins Haute Exigence Nuit Crème Redensifiante Anti-Tache. You know, so it's just super restorative night age spot correcting, replenishing. I just know nuit means night, N-U-I-T, and haute means skin. So, well, it means to the top. It doesn't mean skin. It means haute means high or on the surface or for the skin, like haute couture. So for the small lines, for the wrinkles to be very beautiful. So that's a skin at night. So probably exigence means well, I don't know what it means, but in English it says it's restorative. So probably it's something to do with renewal, like renew the skin. Anyways, it's whatever. It's my it's part of my evening regimen. It's the last thing I do at night. I put on, like I have like 6 or 7 steps, but this is the last step. And it's just a really thick cream, which is not for the day. For the day I have du jour. For the day, I don't know, it suits me right now when I go to New York, which is where I hope to live again. I might have to switch things up because there my skin gets a little drier. So anyways, I got these 2, and the deal today was if I got something on top of the night cream, which is this, the day cream, I get 3 gifts. So here are my gifts. Really nice gifts. Look at this. Look at these. Ooh. I just got these as gifts for buying an extra tub of cream. I got the day cream as well. Then they gave me all 3 of these. I need something for my hand, so this is a good hand cream. It's part of the same series, which is good for my skin. This middle one, actually I need to get more, so that's perfect. It's the Essence, which I added this year. So I put on like my lactic acid or my retinol, right? Yes, I do. And then after that, before I start all my stuff, I put this in as a step 2. And you add this as a step 2 before everything else, and it makes you feel much better the next day. And then this is that night cream that I bought. It's a travel size, so that's wonderful. And these were all for free. It's oh my goodness. And it's not really travel size, it's more than travel size, which is a big thank you. I mean, I'm not traveling much these days, so that means the best part is, if you don't want to go out for an extra day during the pandemic, you're a homebody, you want to stay at home, then you get these big extras. I get extras for like the last couple of days. I want to stay at home for an extra day. It's the pandemic. For whatever reason, if sometimes you're a homebody, which sometimes I am, then You get these are really, this is not travel size, this is more than travel size. This is more than travel size. And then this is the essence. It's all more than travel size, which is great. It's perfect for the pandemic. And then they put it in this little makeup bag. So, I'm very happy. I did some walking across that platform. I show people, from one side to the other. Um, to come over to IFC. I carried a bunch of things, but my neck is feeling better these days because I just stop and I rest more and I don't carry anything heavy. I mean, obviously I carry very heavy things, but just pay attention. Oh, I downloaded these two new apps. It helps you pay attention to your body so you know how to make sure you rest properly so your neck stops hurting so much and you don't stress yourself. One is called, what's it called? I got them off Google. Love Google. One is called Sleep Cycle. I got it because actually, if you want to know how well you sleep at night, how well or how badly, you download Sleep Cycle, the app. They record how you sleep. You can hear how you sound when you sleep. You can record different types of things, how well you sleep at night every day. And then they tell you how you can get better sleep. But with that app comes a bunch of, really nice bedtime stories, and they talk about just really easy things, easy to listen at night, easy to listen to some stories. There's a story about New York, a story about a theater, any kind of bedtime stories. It's like for children, but also for adults. Then there's this new thing these days. It's called ASMR. If you're into meditation, it's like the biggest thing right now. I can't remember what that acronym stands for, but ASMR, it's like really soothing sounds, like the sound of someone walking through a forest, or the sound of rain, just out the window, that kind of thing. And it's supposed to be helpful for your mind. It's something to do, it's got scientific something to do with helping you feel better. That's the biggest thing these days, ASMR, So it has that app, Sleep Cycle has that as well. So it's nice, it helps you meditate, and then I know I go through different meditation apps every few months, but I love them all. I just try different ones. Right now, I love the one called Balance. It's not for sleep, it's for any time of day, 10 minutes or 15 minutes. And you choose whose voice you want to listen to, either a man or a woman's. And then they give you tips every day. You can press the button, answer some questions, and then they tailor made each day's new meditation for you. So if you say like you're more stressful today or less stressful, they'll give you something just for that. And then they have different classes, like I don't take classes, but they have programs. The program, like 10-day program. The first day helps you, like how to relax more program, or like the program. There's a program called Foundation, so basic meditation, how you should sit, how you should sleep. They have like a midday reset. So middle of the day you feel tired, you can do it for 10 minutes. Just sit in a room, lie down, or if it's quiet. Then they have ones for pain. I'm on the pain management program because I always have pain. There's one other thing really good about it. Yes, they also have like, drink your morning coffee all by yourself and enjoy your cup of coffee for 10 minutes. I like that kind of thing. I don't have these wrinkles on my eyes. It's just been a dry day. But yeah, I'm well, I've been doing lots of fancy things these days. It's because Christmas is more fancy, but living in New York, you're not fancy every single day. I love just walking into Whole Foods, Sunday afternoon, or go to Best Buy and run some errands. And then I like to get my coffee at Starbucks just as much as I love to get my coffee in Starbucks here in Hong Kong. Gives me the same feeling of being in Starbucks. So, anyways, yes, I love that. And I just miss seeing all my American friends. I feel a little bit lonely right now. Um, but I'm dressed nicely, which I love to do. My thing would be when I was working in New York, I dressed like this, exactly like this. This is the kind of thing I would wear at Goldman Sachs because I was working in the investment banking division. We face clients, so we're like salespeople. We sell ideas to big companies. So I was basically selling things to people, but in a different way. For example, my boss Richard and my whole team, none of us are too unfit. We have all we're all pretty healthy, look good. Richard always puts on a bow tie, different colored bow ties or classic bow tie every single time he walks into a room with a client in it. Um, and they respect him. They need him. We're equals. He's clients all around the world, some of the biggest clients in the whole world. But doesn't matter, small or big, you know, he wears a bow tie. And so, of course, because of my job, that's how I learned to dress properly every day. Except on Fridays, you can dress down a little bit. That's part of the rule. You can dress down on Fridays if as long as you still look fashionable. So, anyway, so today's dress, I really like it because of this. Because of this, and it's the perfect. It came out the way the photo does. That's why I find Amazon so trustworthy. Um, they don't let you look at photos unlike the real thing. So, most important is the trustworthiness. Um, for us, we care about the trust level. So, anyways, I wanted exactly this shade, and then exactly this length of a white strip going down like checkered circles. I wanted exactly down here. I didn't want it higher or lower. I wanted the turtleneck to be loose, but something kind of casual because everything else is so plain. And then I wanted it a little bit tight in here, but enough for me to match about. And then I had like 5 or 6 belts I was choosing at home in my own drawer. And after 10 minutes, I decided it would be this belt to go with my outfit. Because if I'm gonna wear these gaudy shoes, which I like, see? If I'm gonna wear these shoes with the outfit, and it's supposed to look classic, then I pair it with these earrings. But then also just this belt. It's nothing more, nothing less. Like, yeah, I have, my Gucci, a Valentino. But that's for like, if you're wearing like a pair of jeans, or if you're wearing like something really dressed down, or if you're wearing something really dressed up. Well, not really dressed up, but or like with like a suit or something. But I don't have a job, so I don't know that I have a job, so that's why this is the belt to wear. And it's the perfect color because it can't be the same as this. It could be a really dark brown is okay, but it can't be like black. And the buckle has to be classic. If it's really weird, then that doesn't go with the theme. So that's why. Oh, there are people coming in. I knew it was open, but there's no waiter. There's no. I don't know where the waiter is.
We'll find out.
Yeah. So, anyways, yeah. Now everybody, there's a bunch of people here at Caprice Bar at Four Seasons Hong Kong. We don't know where the. I'm waiting for the waiter, cause I can't leave like this. I can't leave without buying something. I feel bad. I've been sitting out here for like half an hour and I even smoked here. Nothing. So now I feel obliged to buy something. Even if I want to go home now, I have to order something and then leave. So I'm a little bit, I'm feeling a little bit worried. And it's a beautiful bar. It's worth sitting there for a moment. Again, I never meet people. I never meet a man by myself in a bar. My girlfriends and I didn't do that together. We went out as girls together to the bar. We didn't really try to meet we didn't meet new boyfriends in so doing. So that's not us. That's not true. But yeah, I mean, it's 5 days into Christmas. I wanted to talk to people about how things are going. I love this. I paired it with this because it's something a little bit, nothing too much. You know, I should wear it. I should use. Well, I paired it with this, and then my shoes. And then earrings, just something, just something classic. And anyways, my hand is starting to get tired, so that's why I'm gonna hold it down for a few moments. But yes, my favorite Christmas is just in New York or somewhere in the States with friends, and you can see the snow falling out the window, and I'm with my close American girlfriends or with some boyfriend, and then just drinking like a hot drink and lying on a comfortable sofa. I said to my Harvard roommate, one of my closest friends, Lynette, I told her, you wake up at 6 a.m. every day, and you love kitties as much as I do because she's a school teacher for like second or third grade, and because she really loves little children, and so do I, and that's why, well, I have good chemistry with her. We really click. We have the same ideals, even though we might look different on the outside, different kinds of jobs, different kinds of things, but actually she's the gal I've lived with for 3 years, all through Elliott House. One of my closest friends, actually. And that's the truth. And even through the pandemic, we would travel together and stuff. And I told her, I know I don't get up as early as you do, 6 a.m. every day. Well, I did when I had a job, but otherwise I wouldn't. I prefer to wake up at 9 or 10 a.m., I prefer to get up before 12 p.m. For a job. And in school, I'd get up maybe 10 or 9. But I said to Lynette, Lynette, my love, I know you get up at 6 a.m. every day, no matter what, whether it's the weekend, whether you have a job, whether it's a holiday. You get up at 6 a.m. every day. But I'll promise you one thing, when I'm back in the States and I'm with you, if we're living together, I'll get up the same time as you on Christmas morning. 6 a.m. on Christmas morning. We'll watch the sunrise on the East Coast. And I'll just stay in with her for the whole day. Maybe with her mom, maybe with my sister or something. And I'll make hot chocolate or something cozy. And then we'll just watch the snow fall out the window and watch Netflix for the whole day, and then go to bed early at night. That's how we spend our free time together. She's a school teacher. She lives in New Jersey, which is wonderful because she's always close by to New York, which is where she grew up. She's my holiday, on holidays, even, Thanksgiving, if my parents are not here, they would invite me to their house. She's like my second family. And she teaches underprivileged children, I think under 8 years old or 9 years old. She just has so much love for kids, and she's like me. She's very good at talking to little children. You wouldn't know that she's one of my best friends, but it is, and I lived with her for 3 years. So, you know, but all my friends are pretty much like this. I mean, the other day I was talking to Eunice, and she loves the life in a big city, and she went to Yale, and she has a great job, and she's so successful, and she's very pretty, and she's really with it. She knows all about different culture. But I also love to just sit with her together and have a heart-to-heart talk. And of course, the same with my dearest Terry. You might think just because of her job and because of her profile, because she's so highly educated, and that she's so pretty. But actually, she's one of the smartest friends I know. Probably between her and Lynette, I don't know which one is the smarter one. And we all love to just be together sometimes and sit at home and lie on my bed. And just do nothing. That's our favorite thing to do. So yeah, because we're all American. Americans love to do that. Especially like the last few days before Christmas, and you've done all the Christmas parties and the shopping and the presents, and on the 25th, we want to sit at home, just at home, wearing really cozy, sweaters, or like in our PJs, and watch Netflix and talk to each other. Make some marshmallows by the fire, or cook something, or like we tried to play mahjong. We were in New York, and me and Terry, we were like, well, she had an Asian roommate, and we have another Asian friend. She's like, 4 of us put together, that's 4 Asian women. What a very rare 4 Asians in the same house living hanging out in the same place in New York. Asians are minorities in America. We're in her apartment. There are 4 Asians together at the same time. Ladies, 4 Asian ladies. So she was like, we have to play mahjong tonight. she said it's 4 Asian. No, she didn't say that comment. I said that comment. I said it's 4 Asian women, and happened to be the 4 Asian women, and she decided to play mahjong. So we played mahjong. We played mahjong once, 4 girls together, Asian people in New York. But we feel fabulous, and we were all single at the time, and none of us were really desperate to find a boyfriend. And some of us only, well, Annie's now married to a nice American boy. Some of us like Asian boys, some of us tend not to. It depends on the person. But it was just so fun. It's just so fun. It's my kind of, the kind of thing I like to do. But I've been talking now for over a half hour, and I feel so comfortable. But it's time, maybe someone's hacked into my phone and listening to everything I'm saying, and it's everybody's listening together, watching together. But I ought to go home now, because I'm single. It's only Monday night, so I ought to get the check. At least buy something to pretend to get the check. It's a really pretty bar. Look at this. I really should go ask someone if I could just. Now that's nice decoration. It's a very, very light turquoise blue. You can't feel it. That's nice. Look at this. Yeah. This one. And then I like this end of the bar. It's like the Four Seasons in Boston. This bar, which I've talked about. Terry and I like the coffee shop downstairs, Four Seasons Boston. Ooh, look at this. Yeah, it's a nice bar. I don't like the bars with, showing every bottle of wine everywhere. I like this because it's not really showing a lot of bottles, Everything nicely done. Yeah. Anyways, I need to order something, pay, and then leave. Yeah. So, I feel very, very bad. Like, how come it's 4 or 5 days to Christmas, and look at that highway? There's a very few people going down the street, and um, there's nothing on the water, nothing on the road. Isn't that so funny? And now my hand is feeling a little bit tired. My right hand is feeling tired because I've been holding the phone. So now you have to look at. So I don't have much makeup on today. Makeup. I put a little on my eyes, but otherwise, yeah. Now I have to hold up my phone like this because my hand is tired. So unfortunately, you have to see my face, which is not too bad today. But I don't like on Monday nights I don't put on too much makeup. Monday nights I like a very light makeup. It's a little heavy for Monday night. This is like Saturday, Friday, Thursday night. My makeup. But yes, I am waiting. I don't know where. It's so, if I don't want to do this, it's not nice that I walk in and then I sit here and I even smoke a cigar and then I'm not going to buy anything and leave. I have to at least pretend to order something. But I want to go now. I want to go home now. I've played with the things I bought and well, I don't normally feel hungry, but I haven't eaten today, so but it's okay. I haven't exercised for like 2 whole years because of my sore neck. But I'm still almost as thin as before. I don't need exercise, but I need to do some yoga. And if I eat less for a few days, then I'm as thin as I usually, am with or without exercise. Which is a good thing to know. It means that probably my body's gonna be okay until maybe I'm 50 something, 55, 56. But that doesn't mean that I can be undisciplined. It just means I'm lucky, but I better stay this way. And then maybe even lose a few pounds just to make sure things look good maybe till I am 60. Because I didn't do much through my 30s. Anyways. Ooh. Yeah, I'm gonna just maybe, this is really horrible that you sit somewhere and just because I don't know where the waiter is and it's empty, but I want to buy something, I want to order something. Sorry, excuse me, I'm just lighting up my cigar. I'm not a liar, right now I do, but before not really. Well, I'm just very good with my hands. I don't know why, everything, I do it like a surgeon. Even if I'm about to fall asleep, I do it like a surgeon. I don't know why. Anyways. Yeah. I'm just really good with my hands. Everything I do in one go, like how I cut this, and then how I light everything I just do in one go with my hands. Even if I took something to help me sleep at night. Excuse me, that's very rude. My god. My parents will not see this video. Don't tell them. Anyways, yeah, like even if I took something to go to bed at night or early in the morning, whatever it is, I feel tired. I still do. I work with my hands like a surgeon. My mind might be a little bit drowsy, so when I do, if I have to like calculate the price of something late at night, a little bit fuzzy. But my hands, never. Even it could be like 1 a.m. and I took something, but when I do things with my hands, like with this and with this and with my piano and with my facial or whatever it is, if it's to do with my hands, I'd almost have 100% accuracy even if I didn't practice for like 2 months. I don't know what's wrong with me. But my teachers, my two piano teachers, noticed this strange thing about me since I was very small. That I have. Ooh, that's very rude, and none of them, my teachers and my parents, will not see this video. But what I meant was, they noticed this strange thing about me. Since I was really small, that I'm really good with my hands. They thought I'm pretty dumb at other things. They thought, why is it when you type emails to people, sometimes you have typos, but when you play the piano, you'll never make mistakes. That's what my second American teacher said, Professor Robert Levin. He said, thank God the way you play the Steinway is much more accurate than the way you type your emails to me almost every single day. You get typos everywhere you type. People would wonder if there's any way you could possibly ever be a pianist. But I do. It's only my hobby. It's not my job. I don't do much of it. But no matter how little I practice, I just get on there and I don't make mistakes. Even when I was 15 years old, I suddenly understood how beautiful music was. But before I was 15, I didn't understand what was the big deal about playing the piano. You just play and you move your fingers, and I don't make mistakes. But I had no feeling. That's why I was wondering, how come some other kid plays a little bit better than me? How come this person came first and I always come second? But I never practice and I still come second at competitions. Well, only the local ones here. American competitions is a very high standard. You don't practice, you will never come second. In Hong Kong, like me, I never practice. I'm studying all the time in school. I'm the top student, but still always get second, always get third. And I asked myself, how come I never get first? And I answered my own question when I turned 15. Because when I turned 15 and I went to boarding school in the States, in Andover, Phillips Academy, all of a sudden I started understanding how the music felt to me. And so suddenly, with my weird accuracy that my 10 fingers have on the piano, together with a new feeling for understanding how good music feels to a person, that there's something artistic about it, just to feel the music, to get it, and to know that it's why it's beautiful. What's the beautiful thing about it? Just to start appreciating it. When I turned 15, and then right away I got scouted by everybody, and then that's when people start knowing me for also being a piano player. But I don't play the piano anymore, and I don't like to play the piano much. Practicing a lot, it's just such a chore. At least when I dress up and I go shopping and I go to small cocktails to see a few friends, and I just buy some things and I dress nicely. I make my house look nice. Um, it's not that hard for me. But piano, it takes more practice. You need to practice it a couple times. You need to repeat it a few times. You know, everything you need to repeat. But it's hard work. You know, as I am my teacher's kids. I am my two teachers' kid. I always will be their kid, and there's no point doing it unless I always make it really good, which is not just uh, perfect on the notes, which I do with no effort, but also to practice and make it, you know, sound really good. And it's just so annoying. It's practice. I don't, who wants to do that? Who wants to do that? So that's why, or maybe if you're some random genius and you don't even need to do any repetition. But I'm not that weird. And I like to have friends, and playing piano is really lonely. It's just one big instrument. You sit at home to practice it, nobody can be there while you practice. Unless you're just reading something really easy, that's something else. So, that's just for fun. I might do it once a year. It's how I think of like people who like to go skiing, that you like to go skiing once a year, so I play piano once or twice a year. But otherwise, I do more social things. Musicians are not always social. Musicians are not very social. But you want to make friends with people who love music, like me, like I could be part of a community, I could sing in a choir, I could be on the board of an orchestra back in the States. And then through these friends, we love music together. It's not for me, it's not about playing on stage. I don't care about it. So, anyways, I've talked for more than 45 minutes. This is totally crazy. I'm gonna stop right now, and then I'm gonna ask how I can order a drink to be polite for sitting down for almost an hour. So I'll talk again in a little bit. Don't tell my parents about this.